Hi, Rashad. My name is Amy, and we're in our um, January class together. And I just got done reading your initial post for week one. And right off the bat, I really like what you had to say about English language learners and us as teachers not forcing words into their mouths, but giving them a chance to learn the word, experience the word, and using sentence frames is a wonderful way to do that. I also suggested using pictures and visuals and having sentence frames in the student's own language as well as ours and having them like on top of each other so he can compare the words. So I really like that. I'm really excited about starting to use sentence frames in the Learning Center. I teach fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. I have mild to moderate students, and I do have an English language learner. He was adopted 4 years ago from China, and you would never know it with how well he's speaking. However, there are still some words and phrases that I take for granted that he is just like, oh no, Miss Amy, what are you talking about? So great job on the noticing that, just because we expect a child to say something, we need to allow them to learn it at their pace and give them the materials and the resources to not only learn it, but really understand what the word is. And then the next one, you start talking about at-risk learners, and you feel that the only support that can make a difference is the learning map. And I do agree that the learning map is a wonderful way for us teachers to really put what we want the students to learn down on paper. It tells us everything we need to know. It gives us a place to where we can project what we think the students are going, how they're going to do, how we're going to do. But you said it's the only resource that can make a difference. And I do disagree. I do agree, first of all, that the team does consist of the parents and the teachers. We need to add the administration. But with a 504, the special education department's really not involved. We are taken out of the equation, and it's mainly like in my school, it's the dean of students, it's the teacher. I think our school psychologist is involved, and then definitely the school counselor. And, yes, pre-planning, putting together this plan. I had a student who exited special education services right before Christmas, and we're very excited. I'm very excited for her. And I am invited to the meeting to discuss the 504 plan. But once that happens, then I take that step back. Now, am I going to ignore her when I see her? Not at all. Am I going to always ask if she needs help? Definitely. But we are not really part of that team once it's a 504. I figured I would share with you some other supports that will help a 504 student, as well as a student on IEP, an English language learner, and a at-risk student. Students on 504s, the learning map is mainly for the teachers to navigate what they want to do and then implement it. But what can the students use to be successful? Well, they can use speech to text and text to speech. If they have trouble with reading comprehension, definitely text to speech. They can hear the words, the inflections, they can hear, they'll hear the pauses. They'll be able to really pull out the details from hearing such a clear reader. And then you have speech to text. You have students who have wonderful ideas and they just have such a hard time getting it on paper. So they're able to voice what they want to say into their Chromebook. And what's nice about that is together we can go back and we can look at their work. They have to add the capitalization and the punctuation. So they're still getting that aspect of their writing skills. There's so many accommodations, there's so many supports that at-risk students can use that 504 students will be able to use, and IEP students, like masking and streamlining, extended time, use of the multiplication chart, sentence frames. They can use sentence frames too. this at-risk student might be a very shy child, and they just don't have the vocabulary to voice what they need. And learning what these sentence strips really are about, they're right there. I need help. Will you help me? I understand this problem, but I would like to talk about it more. Just whatever the sentence frames are. So I don't want you to get locked in that the learning map is the end all. It might be. I mean, I'm really new at using the learning map as well with the last couple of classes, but it's not the end all. And it will help the teacher, but there's more supports and resources that will have an impact. And I'm not sure, are you a teacher right now? Are you in the classroom? Are you a para? Are you the lead teacher? Are you using any other supports? Have you used a learning map? I have a lot of questions. I'm so sorry. I just want to know, I would love to hear what your experiences are. And if you have used the learning map, I would love to hear it, because if it has such a great impact and I'm really just learning about them, you can shed some light on for me. But I do believe that once you're in the classroom, you're going to see that there's so many supports other than just the learning map that will benefit your students. And again, this is just my opinion, but don't lock down that there's nothing else that at-risk students can use, because definitely there are. Again, pulling in the multi-tiered system, the PBIS system, that targets at-risk students, and it targets them in such a way where, if the students, as they progress through this program, they might be able to stay in the general with general interventions, but it moves up, and if they keep moving up, it gets to become so individualized that it's made just for them. So anyway, Rashad, thank you for a wonderful post. I look forward to working with you this month. And all right, thanks so much.